Let's talk about candy for a second. Sure. So some statistics here. According to some studies, chocolate is probably, this is according to dentists, right? Chocolate is probably your best bet, actually, when it comes to what is best for your teeth, because I guess chocolate, I don't know if it's the heat of your teeth going back and forth in your mouth, your body temperature, it melts off.
That's so scientific. The heat of your teeth.
I'm trying to from a dentist's perspective.
Goes to 87 degrees.
Maybe. But it melts off of your teeth. This is a story that you actually did in Morning Blend.
Yeah,
I think that's actually cool in comparison to an acidic, like say a Sour Patch Kid or something, where the acidity sticks to the enamel and the sugar sticks in. So I guess eat chocolate if you're going to try to look out for
the one that they really want you to be worried about are those caramel apple pops, because they get sticky in your mouth. And then also like the blow pops, the Tootsie Pops for breaking teeth, because often kids will try to get to whatever's in the middle a little early and you bite it and you can actually break your teeth. So one thing for parents to really be concerned about any time of year, really, but make sure you know the age of your kids and which candy is appropriate. If your kids are really young and they still have some of their baby teeth in there, make sure they're not eating too many of the hard candies, because you don't want to mess something up. And then also, you know, if you are going to be eating a lot of the sugary treats, make sure you're brushing after.
Twice a day and always floss, right, Dina?
That's right.
Okay.
Who does all that?
Here's the other thing. The FDA, I don't know if you guys heard this, FDA issued a warning about black licorice. I know it's one of those candies that people either love or they hate.
Okay, show us
what's the warning that is disgusting?
Well, here's the warning. It's a scary warning.
I don't like it.
No, thank you.
Forward tech.
It says, FDA, it increases your risk of high blood pressure. Again, this is black licorice.
Okay.
And heart failure. The risk is even higher for adults over 40 years old, which I feel like those are probably, it's like a generational thing as well. Like we keep talking about generations, like black licorice isn't really a thing in I feel like people don't just pick up black licorice. You didn't get it in school.
Corn.
It's not something that was around when I was growing up, but for people over 40 years old, the risk is even higher. Black licorice can interfere with some medications like blood thinners.
Okay.
Shoot. And even when you go to the checkout counter, like you go to the grocery store, it's not at the front. You can see Snickers. Now you even see red vines in some places, but you really got to look for black licorice and look hard.
And maybe this is why.
I've never been a fan.
Because I guess it's
I'm not looking for it, so it doesn't matter.
It does not taste good, but it's bad for you, your heart, and especially, again, for those over the age of 40. So if you're out there, is anyone commenting? Because I feel like
I'm looking at a couple of, so I'm looking at, let's see, Melinda.
Okay. Do you like black licorice? Sound off right now. Let us know if we're crazy or not. And have you ever heard of the high risk?
Okay, here we go. David Wong says if people want to trick or treat on a weekend night before Halloween, okay, but they should not feel disappointed if they knock on doors of people who are not ready to hand out candy on those nights. So if you're not prepared to do anything other than Halloween, then just know if your kids are going to go out trick or treating, it's got to be on Halloween.
But how sad for the kids. They go knocking on doors and someone wasn't ready to give them candy. I just feel like this should be city mandated if you're going to do it.
Yeah. Well, I think for the most part, if the lights are on, you're going to go knocking. If the lights are off, why would you want to take those 5 extra feet?
But on the Saturday after Halloween?
Oh, no, I don't think
If the light's on, that doesn't mean I have candy in a bowl waiting for you at the door.
It means that my light's on.
No, well, like trick or treat on Halloween.
So that brings me, though, to another point about the time that we trick or treat. And we briefly touched on this yesterday on Extra Shot, but I put up a poll on Twitter, so I want to share the results, and then hopefully you guys can also weigh in.
Yes.
I asked, since it's on a Tuesday this year, what time should we expect our trick or treaters to wrap up tonight? Okay. Because I think on a weekend you expect it'll be later. So I put 3 options. I kind of wish I had put an earlier option. I put 8, 9, and 10. 47% said 8, 43% said 9, and there were 10% of people who said 10 would be reasonable. 10 o'clock tonight for the last trick-or-treaters on a weekend.
That is pretty late. But to get them home like high schoolers too, versus high schoolers, middle schoolers, elementary kids.
Yeah, but it's a weeknight. If anyone comes knocking on my door at 10 o'clock tonight, I will be sound asleep.
Okay,
but you also work morning show.
Let me brace y'all.
Not like everyone.
Okay, real quick.
Now.
Before y'all turn around.
Oh my God.
That thing is in the window.
I knew that. Who is that?
I knew it.
Get out! Who is that, Mark?
No, that's Corey.
Oh, it's Corey.
I saw him walking around.
You know what? I can't.
How terrifying. See, no, I already knew. I
tried to ease y'all into it.
But she's still sweating
Jumpy
and shaking
Janine
over
here and scary Scarlotta.
Animated Annie.
Scary Scarlotta.
Animated Annie. Jumpy Jeannie. You have so many names for her.
Anything else?
Frightened Frenette over here.
Dramatic Dina.
Dramatic Dradina.
No, Dradina. Dramatic Dradina.
Yes, we all hate getting scared, but you know what's going to happen. Okay, you don't have to stand here. Go over there.
What are you doing?
There.
What are you doing?
He's trying to creep us out.
Bring us candy.
Get out of here. Yeah, come back with candy, though.
He must be hot.
Oh, look how he's running. I'm hot right now. He's running like a gorilla.
Okay.
But what were you going to say?
I don't remember. What was I saying?
The time of trick-or-treating.
Maybe. I think it was something around when we were younger, I feel like we trick-or-treated all night. Like, maybe it was just when you're young, you think 8 o'clock is super 10? Late. Not past 10, but I don't ever remember people being like, it's past the curfew, but this was back in the day. And you know, things change now. Now some neighborhoods have curfews. Now they do trunk or treats because some parents don't want their kids going in neighborhoods now. They want to do like a focused. Yeah, they want like a focused area. So I feel like it used to be a little more flexible.
My other thing is, how cool is trick-or-treating in 2017 when you have so much entertainment to compare it to, right? You have kids who are on their tablets now who are so interactive with what it is they do.
My child.
No, but I'm wondering at what age do they go like, trick-or-treating, we're going to go knock on someone's door and ask for candy? Like, is that an old tradition? And at what point is that going to maybe start to die down a little bit? So us saying, oh my gosh, they want to trick-or-treat until 10, I think kids will probably get tired by the 5th house, like, these days. I don't know, I just feel as though the entertainment element.
I don't know, candy.
The candy's the motivation.
And you know, there are a lot of superheroes and anime characters, and the things that these kids have on their devices, they can now dress up as those characters. And so it's almost like bringing those characters to life. So I know we've seen a lot of like different movie characters and Avengers and superheroes. And so I think that for the most part, kids who are still at an age that are a little bit, you know, less than the teen, would still find it interesting to be able to say, hey, I love this character on my tablet or phone. I'm going to dress up like them for Halloween.
Yeah. Fun for parents to get their kids involved. It was something that we did, so we want to see that tradition be passed on. It's fun for the older kids who are maybe a little, they want to dress up because that's cool, but I'm just thinking about the kid in the middle. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just curious.
What's
more
the
curious
age to
than
stop?
ever.
Maybe they have to start handing out candy. Who knows?
I have a confession.
Well, okay.
I was a freshman in high school and dressed up as a baby and trick-or-treated.
But Dina, low-key though, you were probably like 4'6".
I know.
So you should look like, but you look younger. No, but if you look younger, now like I said yesterday, now you have kids who, they look older than they used to. So you got a full goatee out here trick-or-treating, like, yo, trick-or-treat. Like, seriously? Sir, are you kidding me?
I don't remember when I stopped trick-or-treating. I was not in high school.
See, Megan was cool though. She's one of the cool kids.
What was that?
I just wasn't like a mute.
You're just a big kid.
I really wanted to hang with I don't know, football players.
Okay, so back to our topic though. Yeah. 9 o'clock is not that late. You have to think about parents who come home at 6 o'clock. They still need to get their kids ready. You need to eat some food. It's probably 7 o'clock, and they're probably going out together as a family. And you want to hit up at least 2 rounds around your neighborhood, and then you're wrapping up. It's 8:30. You're heading back home. And I remember my teacher in 2nd grade, I'm still really mad, she made us write down all the different types of candy we got. And we had to tally it up, and my dad was so strict. He's like, don't eat the candy. We are going to do your homework first, and then we can have candy. I know, I was just like, I wanted like a little snack here and there.
Come on, Dad. Okay, meanwhile, look who's taken over the control. Corey the Kong has taken over.
But why is the costume a little zipped open in the back? Why is it a little open at the top, though?
Don't mess with the illusion.
You can zip it up in the back.
He's real.
Poor Hillary. Hillary's like, I can't.
Yeah. Who's directing the ship?
Please leave me alone.
She's really scared. Okay, we were talking candy. It's expected that $2.7 billion will be spent on trick-or-treat candy this year.
Yes.
$2.7 billion. My cousin just moved to this awesome neighborhood where they're very neighborhood friendly and neighbor friendly in Costa Mesa down in Southern California. She is spending well over $150 for candy just in her neighborhood.
Right. Yeah.
She said because so many kids come from all these different neighborhoods to their cool neighborhood to come trick-or-treating, and that was part of the deal. When you come here, it's like you decorate and you have candy for the kids, like no complaining. So she's like, here I am at Target. So now she's starting to buy candy next year, starting in January. So that every month she buys some, so it's not a lump sum when it comes to October.
That's true.
Target.
That's a good idea.
So it's not a bad idea. But $2.7 billion spent on trick-or-treat candy. Most popular Halloween candy by state. We're going to focus on our state, of course, because that's what we do. M&M's, saltwater taffy, and Skittles.
Saltwater taffy.
I don't understand saltwater taffy.
Trick-or-treating.
It's pretty popular up here, I will say. Like in Old Sac, you go, there's all that saltwater taffy. Okay. It's to me like a generational thing.
Well,
old school candy.
A little country, a little different.
But Skittles, I will agree with that. I'm surprised there's no sour candies on there.
Like
no?
Sour
But,
Patch
but
Kid.
a lot of people don't want the sour stuff. Sometimes it hurts your tongue after a while.
Bring it on, baby. Bring me on.
I do want to give a shout out, as we're talking about by state. Vacaville Police up here in Northern California. This is my neck of the woods, so I got to represent. Tonight, downtown Vacaville, for all the parents who are like, I don't want to have kids coming over to my house late, turn the lights off. And then the kids can go to downtown Vacaville, down in Old Vacaville from 4 to 6. They're shutting down Main Street. Police is going to be out there helping to regulate, and they're going to let the kids trick or treat downtown. And so I think that's cool, because then for the families who don't want a lot of people coming to their houses late, or they don't know if there's going to be a big turnout in their neighborhood, that's a safe way to go trick or treating. And I'm sure there are other communities too, so let us know.
And shout out your city, your town, your county. If they're doing something really special, let us know. We'd love to know so we could spread the word.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm moving to Texas because Starbursts are my jam.
Well, you see, Michigan is candy corn, which is why I left. I got out immediately. Candy corn, which is why I left.
I will say though, for Starburst, every time I got those little 2-packs, they would always be orange and lemon, and I'd be like, oh.
Those are the best colors.
No!
What are you, a pink girl?
Pink and the red ones. Those are the best ones.
Orange, yellow. Orange, yellow.
Okay,
gross.
What? Bubblegum was one. We've got.
Where?
Look at this. Hot
Double
tamales.
Bubble.
Yeah, I think this
Look
is
at
actually
Nevada
pretty
Hershey
funny.
Kisses.
Okay, what is the one that was in Florida? I didn't know what that one was.
It looked different. It looked like Skittles because it's different colors and they were little round.
Got it.
Or M&Ms.
Oh yeah, Skittles.
Or M&Ms.
Well, Florida's questionable as
Georgia,
well.
Swedish
fish in Georgia?
What's the one in Pennsylvania? It's blue.
I'm
They got
judging
their
your
sweet
candy.
fish.
I'm judging your
Oh,
candy.
they got their
M&Ms too, okay.
sweeties down in Georgia. They got their sweet, fishy Georgia bells.
Is that your accent for
Yeah,
southern?
that was
the
good.
southern states?
Okay, ladies.